the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Detroit Pistons. Last game for Detroit, they picked up the W against New York, feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. And for all those teams that have wrapped up playoff spots, Shaq, what can we expect from them strategically here at the end of the regular season?
Well, for the top team, Ernie, it becomes about securing home court advantage. You want to be peaking at the right time heading into the playoffs. We've seen a lot of teams, Ernie, start off strong. Where are they now?
Do you want rest if you're a frontline player, if you're a guy who's playing a lot? Do you need some rest before the playoffs?
You know, a lot of people answer that question, and if you played more than 8 years, yes, you need rest. If you're a young player, such as Freak, you don't need rest.
No, you may have players coming back from midseason.
At the small stadium. We are live from Amway Center for an Eastern Conference contest with the Magic in Orlando. And it's back to Detroit for the Pistons at the conclusion of today's game. The big story is the return of Andre Drummond from being injured.
That was a short leave of absence, and he's back in the fold now, Kevin. We'll see if he can pick right up where he left off.
And in the grand scheme of things, that injury, not that big a deal. A little bit longer, and it may have been.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Curry, he's in at the point. Harris is out there with Bargnani. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Caldwell Pope in at the shooting guard position. The pass to Johnson. Arthur dishes to Johnson. Orlando moving the ball around. 4 on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, and it's blocked by Curry. Pass to Bargnani. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Payton against Curry. Payton outside. It's Arthur atop the key. Shot is no good. The Pistons go the other way with it. They are coming into this having notched to win against the Knicks in their last game.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
Here are the Magic now after the basket by Detroit. Oladipo outside. Fires from deep. Once again off the mark, Orlando. The Pistons have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Pistons shooting their first free throws of the game. And he makes the first. And Caldwell Pope drops them both. For Orlando, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Payton kicks to Vucevic, and stolen by Drummond. And oh, here we go. Harris, nobody back. The lead pushed to double digits. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
4 makes on 4 tries. Everything's falling early. 100%. Can't do better than that.
And Vucevic kicks to Oladipo. Vucevic setting the pick for Oladipo. Back to Vucevic. They can't stop the run with that one.
Not looking good for him so far. 4 straight misses to start the game.
Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Quinn Snyder. Doris, what do you have to say?
I asked him about the matchup problems created by a player like Andrea Bargnani, a 7-foot sharpshooter. He said he can give us problems, no doubt. It's tough to really bother that shot, and he can also put it on the deck and drive. We've got to just get into his body, try to make him a facilitator rather than a scorer. Kevin will see.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Thank you, Doris. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Curry. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. How about 44 points per, 12 assists, and 6. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Picked by Vucevic. Now here's Arthur, defended by Bargnani. Johnson attacking, and he gets the bucket.
Boy, the 5th time's the charm. That's a big basket there.
Pistons leading by 10. Curry passes to Drummond, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. And he misses the 3rd. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Curry against Payton. Vucevic is screen on Curry. Over in the corner, Arthur. There's the triple. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Arthur's got it back down to within single digits for the Magic. Curry against Payton. Drummond the screen. Outside Curry. Lets the 3 fly, and that one's good. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Nice shot by Arthur.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Pistons leading by 8. Now Curry. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against New York.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboards, Kev, and that also was a factor. Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I'd look for this lead to get even larger.
Now, here's Vucevic. Boy, he just disappeared against Atlanta. They really needed him. They set the pick. Oladipo dishes to Vucevic. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
He had a nice open look right there. 10 points for Freak.
His switch has definitely been flipped to on this quarter, guys.
Now here's Payton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
He kicks to Vucevic. Now the feed to Johnson. Vucevic setting the pick for Johnson. They get it back.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Ball's knocked loose. And that one is hammered home.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
They get the rebound. Bargnani. And terrific work on the offensive glass. And he picks up 2.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Fans, get ready for your magic dances.
With this pause in the action, let's show you the NBA's highest scoring teams since the All-Star break. The Pistons, number 1.
Kevin, the writing is on the wall, and it's time to get serious. This team has been putting up big numbers. Nothing can give a team focus like the realization at the end of the season is fast approaching.
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And then for Detroit, Morris is checked in for Bargnani. Johnson comes in for Harris. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Nice job coming off that screen. Gordon's got his first basket.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
The Magic trail by 11. Here's Azania. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
We've got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now. 9th in opponent field goal percentage, 11th in opponent points per game, and they're in the top half of the league in team rebounding as well. They've got some glass eaters on that squad.
And you mentioned their opponent's field goal percentage ranking. They do a really good job of closing down the paint, forcing teams to beat them from outside.
Both good from the line that time.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
To the inside. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jackson. And the Pistons lead by 11.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
Now here's Jennings. 14 points from him the last game against Atlanta.
Yeah, but he set up shop at the free throw line. I mean, he just could not be defended out on the floor. Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Nope, it's been all offense, fellas, all the time here early.
Curry kicks to Jackson. Back to Curry. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. 14 points for Freak. The Magic trail by 11. 1:57 left in the first quarter. Gordon with a screen on Johnson. Here's Azania. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Shot clock at 2, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Andre Drummond picks one up. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Detroit.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 1:42 left in the first quarter. Jackson with it. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. On the wing, Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. This one for 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound. This time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
Fans, get ready for your magic dancers.
And taking a look now at the stats for Johnson. His last 10 games, he's putting up 6 points a night, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
Yeah, great hustle, does all the little things. Just a good complimentary guy to have on your team.
Now here's Drummond. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. They swipe it. Right side, Jennings. Screened by Sanders. From 11 feet away, Jennings can't get it to go.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Curry kicks to Johnson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. The drive by Jennings, and it's sent back by Drummond. And here is Curry. The 3, and it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA. Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Sanders checked in for Vucevic. Johnson comes in for Jarrell Arthur. Hezonja, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. And it's Jennings in for Elfrid Payton. And then for Detroit, Andre Drummond's checked in for Bargnani. Johnson comes in for Morris. And Curry subbed in for Caldwell Pope. On the court for the Pistons, Curry in at shooting guard. Andre Drummond is out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's Ramon Sessions. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak, in the last matchup against the Knicks, boy, was he tremendous. He finished with 39 points, as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Numbers like that make you anxious to see what he can do next time out.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Magic. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Yeah, they were in a funk from the field in that game. Credit the defense, though, because even when they got open looks, no rhythm to knock them down.
Hey, guys, every team has a night like that on occasion. It happens. Hey, we call them gong games. You just want to hit the gong, forget about them, and move on.
It's good, and the Piston lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Hezonja. Detroit's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Curry passes to Harris. Kicks it out to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Passes it to Harris. Down low. Here's Curry. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And that's 19 points for Freak.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Fournier's shot is off.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Detroit shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. Jackson, he's checked in for Sessions. He doesn't get the second one. The Magic trail by 13. 3-on-3. Here's Hezonja. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
It's about rhythm, Clark. They're up above 50% now for the game, and you'll take that on any night. And defensively, there's still some work, though, they're going to have to shore up.
Offensive rebound, Harris. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him. Harris has got 4 points now in the quarter. The Magic have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. Sanders with a screen on Jackson. It's back to Jennings. Elbow shot is on the way. Shot is off. Pistons leading by 13. Curry kicks to Harris. The shot is off. Good D by Sanders.
Excellent, really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And he gets it to go. Lasagna's got 14 points.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
Curry kicks to Jackson. Johnson outside. And Curry, here we go. Johnson dishes to Harris. Curry passes to Jackson. From downtown. Again, Curry missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Johnson kicks to Fournier and stolen by Drummond. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
It's Jennings with the drive. Can't hit from the elbow.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game, and he still hasn't registered a single point.
Drummond a screen. Johnson dishes to Curry. Johnson, the pass to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Curry kicks to Drummond for the 3. Jackson, that's good. Jackson's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And through the first half, a pretty lot. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Talk about being on his game. Look at the numbers for Curry. He's got 21 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
This is really production personified from long range.
Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Arthur out there with Vucevic, and it's Johnson in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. It's Curry, that time on the assist by Harris. 23 points for Freak.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
There's the pick. Vucevic setting the pick for Johnson. Vucevic a screen on Curry. Payton drives in. Vucevic, another miss by Vucevic.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Bargnani passes to Curry. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Curry's got 25 points.
Wow, just look at that lead. Both ends, they have been the team in control.
Yeah, and they put the fans simply on mute. They've not had anything to cheer about, and they've been silent.
It's Oladipo on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Pass to Curry. At the elbow, it's Drummond. Knocks it loose, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond.
Well, the numbers since the All-Star break, and here's how Orlando ranks league-wide. 9th in opponent points per game, 12th in three-point field goal percentage. And they're in the top half of the league in challenging those shots. The opponent field goal percentage, the top half of the league. Not bad.
And you look at their opponent's points per game. Now, some of that can be influenced by pace of play, but I still like what I'm seeing from them defensively. Getting stops, a big part of how they win games.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Guys, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. Offensively, he wants them to work the ball around. He stressed the need to find good shots, not quick shots. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. Now Peyton, looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Curry with the steal. Here's the break. Here's Morris. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out east. You look at Detroit. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, the Magic. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And I think for the Pistons, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season. From afterthought to title contenders.
The Magic have gone 0 of 4 from the field in the second half, yet to find the mark. Peyton dishes to Arthur. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Sinks the three-pointer. Oladipo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Curry kicks to Drummond. Here's Caldwell Pope. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Getting everything to drop at an ideal time. I mean, they're poised for a terrific crunch time run here.
Kicks it to Peyton. Here's the screen. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Back to Curry. And he lays it straight in. Curry's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Off his leg, and the ref's whistling a kick ball. Sessions checked in for the Pistons. Here's Peyton. To the paint, it's tipped. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Sanders checked in for Vucevic. Hezonja comes in for Jarrell Arthur. Evan Fournier's checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Jennings in for Elfrid Payton. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Harris is checked in for Morris. Johnson comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Curry's checked in for Meeks. And it's Jackson in for Sessions. Here's Hezonja. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And here are the Pistons. They're on a 15-3 run. Jackson passes to Johnson, and that one's good. Johnson's got 8 points.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they struggled and are in such a hole.
To the inside, here's Hezonja. Soft touch off the glass.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And it's time for an injury report.
Not what we wanted to hear, guys. It sounds like it's a very serious injury. If he were to miss some time, it would be a very tough loss for his team down the final stretch of this season. They're hoping that doesn't happen, guys.
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best, as always.
And he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it, and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
Fournier, that's for 2. He squares up and sinks it. Fournier's got 4 points now in the quarter.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Drummond with a screen on Jennings. The drive by Jackson. Harris trying to get free, and there's Drummond. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 6 assists now in the game. Here's Fournier, guarded by Curry. Fournier dishes to Jennings. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. No one covering. Fournier's got 6. Pistons leading by 22. Johnson outside. Outside Curry. Inside, here's Harris. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's Jennings. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Can't make good off the screen. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a...
Ladies and gentlemen.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Detroit's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Curry in at point guard. Marcus Morris is out there with Harris. Then there's Jackson, and it's Bargnani in at the center, locking down the middle. Magic shooting well. They're at 45%. Payton kicks to Oladipo. Vucevic is screen on Jackson. And Oladipo, here we go. Here's Vucevic. Kicks it out to Johnson. Hits it from three-point range.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Here's Curry, and the layup's good off the glass. Curry's got 10 points in just the second half.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Oladipo, the pass to Vucevic. And that one hits back iron.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Morris with a screen on Oladipo. Outside for Curry. Now the dish to Morris. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And good on the basket. Book it.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Vucevic. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 6 assists now in the game. For Detroit, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Up top, Curry, covered by Payton. Curry dishes to Jackson. Picked by Bargnani. It's Jackson with the drive. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And the Pistons making a change here. Meeks is checked in. Down low. On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Watson. Dishes to Meeks. 5 to shoot. Bargnani sets the screen for Jackson. Goes back up. Shot's good from Bargnani.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Feeds it to Oladipo. Three-pointer. Bargnani grabs the board. Bargnani's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it, and that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
The second effort, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And what a tremendous game for Bargnani. He has 9 points and also a block shot.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Pistons?
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
I've been impressed with how well they've penetrated tonight, too.
Napier, he's checked in for Orlando. And a switcher also for Detroit. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Jackson. Now the pass to Walls. They set the pick. He dishes it to Johnson. Pass to Walls. Looking to end the run. That's good.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Right wing. And Baines kicks to Curry. He feeds it to Morris. Clock at 4. Here's Baines. Great touch on the 16-footer.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work them over the rest of the game.
The feed now to Vucevic. On the wing, Johnson. Here's Watson. The 10-footer finds the target. Here's Curry. He kicks it to Meeks. Back to Curry. Passes it to Baines. The dish now to Morris. Hands it from downtown.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
Watson, the pass to Walls. Picked by Vucevic. Pass to Johnson. Inside, here's Walls. The shot will not go. And the Pistons now going the other way. Curry with it. To the middle, here's Baines. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
Here's Walls. It's good from long range. The Pistons have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. To the inside, Bargnani. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Orlando's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. And that one's good.
Walls!
Detroit dictating the flow. Outside Curry. Kicks it to Bargnani. Here's Morris. Can't hit. And Orlando the other way now.
Man, that is a missed opportunity right there.
And he'll be the first to tell you, Greg, that's one he should have knocked down.
Picked by Vucevic. Here's Napier. That's good.
Shabazz Napier with the shot.
Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Johnson dishes to Vucevic. Back to Johnson. At the elbow, Vucevic. 5 to shoot. Feeds to Watson. Here's Napier. The offensive rebound. Here's Johnson. Can't cash in from the left block. The Pistons shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Curry kicks to Bargnani. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Napier. He's guarded by Meeks. Napier passes the Walls. Lets it go from 11. Detroit with the rebound. Bargnani's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Curry dishes to Bargnani. Back to Curry. Inside. It's deflected and stolen by Napier. Dishes it to Watson. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Here's Curry.
2 minutes, less than 2 minutes remaining in the quarter.
Over in the corner, Meeks. He dishes it to Baines. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
The Magic have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. There's the pass to Walls. They set the screen. Offensive rebound. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They haven't had as much success in the paint here. Everything has been from the perimeter here in the second half. And that's not a winning strategy. They've got to get back to getting that ball inside.
Orlando making some changes. Sanders comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And it's Hezonja in for Johnson. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Detroit. Johnson comes in for Morris. Curry kicks to Baines. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pistons.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And, of course, this season for these guys has been just remarkable. Win after win, we've watched them take on the best teams in the league and dispatch them with ease. Tonight will mark win number 72, adding to the storied season one more time.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equaled to 2 wins.
Greg, if it ain't broke, why fix it? I mean, why change anything? Knowing how well they played in those 2 games, they probably couldn't wait for this one to wrap up the sweep of the season series.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Curry. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again. They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Fires the 3. The shot is off. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. A resounding victory for them. And, Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to...
Congratulations on the win and leading the way in terms of the points production. How were you able to create shots for yourself?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. Let's get your opinion, Kenny.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Well, just look at his assists. I mean, that tells the story for the game right there. He was seeing the court so well, always seemed to make the right decision. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We'll watch the Miami Heat in this one as they go up against the Pistons in Detroit. This Detroit group has been getting things done. This is their third meeting of the season with this team. They've won every game thus far and can seal their edge with a win here. On the topic of the playoffs and the length of them, they call it the second season, Shaq. What do you look for in a playoff team as an indicator of their ability to succeed?
Well, we all live by this old montage, old adage, whatever it is. Defense wins championships. Defense is big. What I like about the playoffs, Ernie, physicality. You can't hesitate to give a foul, prevent easy buckets, a.k.a. you got to touch them up.
Got to touch them up, but experience, to me, is probably the biggest thing. Because there's no way to understand playoff basketball until you're there. And so teams that shoot a lot of free throws also has a big advantage because guys get to the line. They know they can slow the game down when things are getting bogged down offensively.
That's what my old buddy Dick Versace used to say. You know what he used to say about free throw shooting? He called it the NBA's hidden way to score. You forget about free throw shooting a lot, don't you? The NBA's hidden way.
It's hidden?
It's hidden.
I would agree with that, Dick.
Yeah, the NBA's hidden way to score. That's just dropping a little Dick Versace knowledge on you. Let's go courtside.
We are live from the Palace of Auburn Hills for this Eastern Conference battle featuring the Pistons here in Detroit. The Heat log another stop on their travel schedule. In today's matchup, and the news here, Clark not good. Joe Johnson will not play. The injury going to keep him out.
Kevin, you could tell when he went down in the last game that it wasn't good. And that news just confirms our worst fears. He's going to have to watch from the sideline, and I'm not sure how long he's going to be out.
And it's got to be an emotional time for him right now. I mean, as a player, you grit your teeth when you get that diagnosis. It's hard to accept, but you have to stay strong mentally.
So here's Miami's starting group. Dang and Bosch, your small and power forwards. Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade, and it's Whiteside in at the 5 spot. Shot from 16. No good from Wade. And it's Detroit's ball. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Heat shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
And Curry has it in the corner. They double-team Curry. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Harris has got his first points of the night.
You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Such a wide open look.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Miami on defense. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Probably their poorest defensive effort all season long. I mean, at home, that kind of D is not going to cut it. Never mind when you're on the road.
Hey, I don't know, guys. This may be all speculation. Perhaps they had a bad flight into town the night before, and we all know a rough flight in can lead to turbulence on the court.
And both free throws good for Curry. On offense, here are the Heat. Last time they met was in Miami.
And really, given how they performed offensively, guys, they just never had a chance.
Yeah, and you can see their frustration growing and growing as they continue to come up empty on their possessions. By the end, they were just happy to watch the clock wind down and move on.
Shot from the wing. Another shot. Shot's good from Bargnani.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Bosch. He has 5. Dang with the bucket.
Great pass by Bosch there.
Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Bargnani is screen on Dragic. Here's Curry. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Jackson's got the ball. Curry with it. He's picked up by Dang. Back to Curry. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 8 points for Freak. The Heat trail by 5. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Right side a screen. And Dang, here we go. And another basket for Miami.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 34-point game against Orlando.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
Now here's Dragic after the miss from Andre Drummond. And the shot is good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. And what'd you find out, Doris?
I asked him about the matchup problems created by a player like Andrea Bargnani, a 7-foot sharpshooter. He said he can give us problems, no doubt. It's tough to really bother that shot, and he can also put it on the deck and drive. We've got to just get into his body, try to make him a facilitator rather than a scorer. Kevin will see if they're successful.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Now Drummond, after the missed 3 from Luol Deng. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Gets an open look and hits. Curry's got 10 points.
Strong start here early. 4 of his first 5 made.
Wade outside. Bosch, the screen. Wade dishes to Bosch. Feeds to Dragic. Clock at 6. Shoots the three. Can't get it to go. Pistons leading by 5. Curry with it. Now guarded by Dragic. In the corner, it's Harris. Back to Curry. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Now here's Bosch. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Wade passes to Bosch, and he gets it to go. Bosch has got 7.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
And now we'll look at who's been leading the NBA in rebounding since the All-Star break. The 4th spot held by Hassan Whiteside.
The end of the season is getting closer, and here's a guy who's making the most of every game. He can sense that finish line. Boy, he's an absolute terror. Ruthless on the glass, gobbling up those rebounds.
And the Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. Harris kicks to Curry. Drummond a screen. Pass to Jackson. On its way from Curry for 2. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. The Heat trail by 7. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Outside Dragic. Bosch the screen. Dragic kicks to Wade. Off target from 3-point range. Detroit leading by 7. Outside Jackson. Whiteside against Curry. Back to Jackson. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. That drops. 16 points for Freak.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Wade. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Whiteside kicks to Dang. From outside, off the mark. Dang's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Morris outside. Drummond dishes to Curry. And that basket pushes the lead to double digits. And now an 11-point Piston lead. Miami's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Miami no good on that time either.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Morris, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
It's Dragic with the drive. Some solid defense from Harris.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Jackson with it. Wade picks him up. The shot by Curry. Bosch grabs the miss.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Here's Whiteside. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic.
And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Harris kicks to Curry. Morris with the screen for Curry. Back to Drummond. And stolen by Whiteside. The jump hook. Dragic with a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer. Dragic has got 5.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D. A chance now to see the numbers for Chris Bosh. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. Averaging 22 points per, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer. And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the board for them.
Yeah, +5. As you mentioned, that didn't take very long, did it?
Richardson, good.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Sessions. Johnson outside. Pass to Drummond. The Pistons working the ball around now. Curry's shot is good.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Here's Godalock. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Richardson the pass to Stoudemire. Unloads from 13. Rebound by the Pistons.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Curry outside, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 23 points.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Here's Godalock. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. In the corner, it's Richardson. This one for 3. Good. It's Bosch picking up the assist.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
Sessions dishes to Curry. From the arc. The shot no good. And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosch about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA.
What a great cut from Chris Bosch. That's the kind of different look here for Detroit. Tobias Harris has checked in for Johnson. Curry comes in for Meeks. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Sessions. And a new group in for the Heat. Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Deng comes in for Chris Bosh. Wayne Wade's checked in for Richardson. And it's Dragic in for Andrew Godlock. Curry, he's in at shooting guard. Bargnani is out there with Ilyasova. And there's Jackson, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. That's the group for Detroit right now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 34 points, and he played the usual role of running the team's offense and came away with a bunch of assists. Absolutely amazing numbers from him in what was truly a memorable performance for him and for us, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
And here's Dragic. After Tobias Harris getting his shot to go from deep. And it's Dragic off the drive. Just 5 on the clock. And an air ball on that one. Way off.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it. And that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
Now, here's Wade. His last outing, he had 8 points. Passes it to Dragic. Whiteside, high post. Miami no good on that time either. Pistons leading by 10. Curry kicks to Harris. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
For the Pistons, Andre Drummond comes in for Bargnani. And Morris subbed in for Ilyasova.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Here on the 2K leaderboard of the NBA's leading defensive teams since the All-Star break. The Pistons, number 1.
And they've shown no slippage defensively. If anything, they've become more stifling since the break. I mean, they're playing inspired, passionate basketball at that end of the floor.
And so here is Miami. 11-point game. Outside Dragic. He dishes it to Winslow to end the drought. The shot, no good. And it's Detroit the other way. Curry with it. Now guarded by Dragic. And Curry, here we go. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Pistons?
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint. D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
On the wing, Harris. Curry against Wade. Curry passes to Harris. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out east. You take a look at the Pistons. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Miami Heat, 2 spots down.
And right now for the Pistons, they're well above the position they were expected to be in at this stage. Now the question becomes, can they keep it up in the playoffs?
And I can't see any reason why they can. I mean, they've got to be considered one of the favorites to lift the trophy for me.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
He told me that it doesn't look too serious. If he were to miss some time, it would be a very tough loss for his team down the final stretch of this season. They're hoping that doesn't happen, guys.
All right, Doris, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible. Another bucket in the paint, that's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing. And what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Dang gets a wide open look. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Curry. That's 12 points for Tobias Harris.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Wade gets the bucket.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Here's Winslow after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Winslow kicks to Dang. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Gaudelak following the basket by Freak. There's the screen. Bosch high post, working on Drummond. Bosch drives in, and Curry pulls it down. Curry's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Tipped away. It's stolen by Dang. The Heat trail by 13. Wade outside. There's the feed to Dang. Goes up at the stripe. And the shot falls short this time.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Drummond. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
For Miami, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this one. Jody needs 2 shots. A dominating.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne, do you think the defense will be the focus for the second half?
Well, it is. You know, we got to get more stops, and when we get opportunities to get on trip.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the balance.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Curry. 28 points and 5 assists.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. And it's Dragic in at the 1. Jackson dishes to Drummond. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Great rise and dime there. He changed gears in midair to make the assist.
Wade passes to Bosch. Whiteside a screen. Dragic kicks to Wade. Dang for 3. The basket good off the assist from Wade. Wade's got 5 assists tonight.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Now here is Harris. Bargnani dishes to Curry. And that is good. Curry's got 30.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Curry against Wade. Whiteside, rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. To the middle, it's stolen by Dang. One-on-one fast break. No good from Wade.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here is Harris. 12 points for him. Here's Curry. Again, the Pistons score.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
The Heat trail by 18. Dragic kicks to Bosch. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Here's Jackson. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Dang against Harris. He feeds it to Drummond. 6 to shoot. Curry with it. Wade picks him up.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Great look, but off the mark. Kicks to Bosch. Wade against Jackson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. You know, it's apparent there what a leader he is, always communicating it and keeping everyone on the floor in sync.
And Kevin, that's such a good point. You know, it doesn't always show up in the box score, but those leadership qualities of his are just as valuable to this team as anything else that he does.
And the Heat making a change here. Winslow's checked in. Back to Jackson. The 10-footer. And there's Drummond. That's good on the assist by Jackson. 10 points for Andre Drummond.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Wade uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
And here now on the 2K leaderboard, the best distributors in the league. The point guards with the most assists per game this season. Fourth, Freak.
And obviously assists are the name of the game at the point guard position. And that's not lost on these guys. It's all about making their teammates better.
I agree. I mean, their vision, their unselfishness, the connection they have with their teammates. It really adds up to a real wealth of understanding of what to do out there, and it makes them a special group.
Good on the shot. Bargnani's got his second basket of the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Now, here's Wade. 9 points in the game so far. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfectly.
Jackson passes to Curry. He kicks it to Drummond. To the inside. Excellent D from Wade.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
Now here's Winslow. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Whiteside, a screen on Jackson. And it's Wade penetrating. Looks a big height bounce and goes in.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Jackson dishes to Harris. The pass to Curry. Outside Jackson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Ilyasova for Detroit. The Heat also changing it up. Amari Stoudemire. He's checked in for Whiteside. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. Outside Dragic. Dishes to Bosch.
That's a walk.
And Curry pulls it down. Curry's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jackson. Here's Harris. Converts on the jumper for the easy 2. Harris has got 14 points.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Dragic kicks to Richardson. Bosch high post. Working on Drummond. And stolen by Drummond. Now here's Curry. 32 points in the game. A look from Harris. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
There's Winslow. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. That is good.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Jackson kicks to Ilyasova. That one goes. Count it. And the Pistons lead by 21.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Now here's Richardson. 6 points for him. And stolen by Drummond. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And it's good. Jackson's got 7 points.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Here's Richardson, following the score by Reggie Jackson. Good. Richardson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Pistons leading by 21. Curry kicks to Harris. And a missed layup.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
Winslow, the pass to Richardson. Stoudemire, the screen. In the corner, Winslow with it. Plenty of space. And Curry pulls it down. Curry's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Jackson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting for Detroit, Reggie Jackson.
The first free throw is good.
Talk about being on his...
Detroit's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Curry in a 2-guard. Marcus Morris is out there with Bargnani. Then it's Johnson, and it's Sessions in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Now here's Dragic. It's Dragic with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Dragic against Sessions. Morris with a screen on Dragic. And Sessions kicks to Curry. The dish to Sessions. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Sessions. Sessions has got his 5th assist in this one. Dragic kicks to Bosch. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Pistons making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. Then for the Heat, Josh McRoberts comes in for Luol Deng. And Ray McCallum subbed in for Goran Dragic. Curry's shot is good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now, here's Wade. Feeds it to Whiteside. Rebound by the Pistons. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Top of the key, Ilyasova. Outside Curry. To the left side wing. Releases. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And McCallum kicks to Wade. To the paint, here's Bosch. The basket good off the assist from Wade. And 12 points for Chris Bosch.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Now here's Sessions. Defense right on him. Curry kicks to Bargnani. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, sloppy D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Extremely untidy on the defensive end. I mean, when he gets it in that close, that's an easy bucket.
Now here's Wade. Pass to Bosch. He dishes it to McCallum. Rebounded by the Pistons.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Sessions against Bosch. And Sessions kicks to Bargnani. An easy layup after coming off the pit. Bargnani's got 4 this quarter.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here is McRoberts. Wade outside. Pass to Whiteside. Good.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. And Sessions kicks to Curry. The steal. Here is McRoberts. He's covered by Sessions. The 11-footer and another basket for Miami.
My goodness, how about the degree of difficulty on that shot?
When you're hot, and he is absolutely scorching.
Now here's Sessions. The shot by Curry, no good. And McCallum kicks to Whiteside. Inside.
That's a wall.
And Bosch gets it to go on the assist by McRoberts. 14 points for Chris Bosh.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now here's Sessions, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. They get Hassan Whiteside. Free throw good. Sessions. A different look here for Detroit. Andre Drummond's checked in for Ilyasova. And Harris subbed in for Johnson. Winslow's checked in for Miami. Dragic comes in for McCollum.
Timeout call.
Timeout. Start it.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
In the break,
The Heat have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Stoudemire with a screen on Jackson. The open shot, Dragic, a picture-perfect screen play, and the jumper's good.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
It's stolen by Wade. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Pass to Whiteside. Dragic dishes to Wade. Shot clock at 6. From 11 feet away. No good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Curry kicks to Jackson. And he gets it to go. Jackson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Now the feed to Winslow. To the middle. Here's Wade. No good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pistons leading by 23. Outside Curry. Bargnani inside the three-point line. That one off the back iron and out. He'd have gotten into a pretty good groove going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Winslow, the pass to Whiteside. Dragic kicks to Whiteside. The pass to Dragic. Whiteside, a screen on Jackson. It's Dragic with the drive. Good D by Drummond.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempt.
Shot's good from Bargnani. And for the Heat, they're shooting 55% of the fourth. They are executing late. Wade dishes to Dragic. Whiteside a screen. Jackson against Dragic. He feeds it to Whiteside. Clock at 4. Wade for 3. Wade missing again.
Not good shot selection. Long range and a defender all up in your jersey.
And you know, that's just the kind of defensive work he's known for. I mean, he can take that shot away from you and does it more times than not.
Curry passes to Drummond. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Now here's Dragic. Winslow setting the pick for Dragic. In the corner, Winslow with it to end the run. Rebound by the Pistons. Bargnani's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
Greg, we don't see conference opponents get swept very often, but this has been total domination.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Curry. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Here's Curry after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. On the wing, Harris. Stolen by Winslow. Bargnani grabs the board. Jackson against Dragic. Jackson kicks to Curry. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go.
Well, big numbers for you on the offensive end. How were you able to consistently get your shot?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Well, just look at his assists. I mean, that tells the story for the game right there. He was seeing the court so well, always seemed to make the right decision. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Chicago Bulls in their house, United Center. Last outing for Chicago, unsuccessful, coming away with a loss to Houston. They got caught flat-footed, lost a game they felt should have been theirs. Looking to turn the page here. On the topic of the playoffs and the length of them, they call it the second season, Shaq. What do you look for in a playoff team as an indicator of their ability to succeed?
Well, we all live by this old montage, old adage, whatever it is. Defense wins championships. Defense is big. What I like about the playoffs, Ernie, physicality. You can't hesitate to give a foul, prevent easy buckets, a.k.a. you got to touch them up.
Got to touch them up, but experience, to me, is probably the biggest thing. Because there's no way to understand playoff basketball until you're there. And so teams that shoot a lot of free throws also has a big advantage.
Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche Latina in the NBA. An annual tradition celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Hart. To take a look at the Pistons, a superb ball club playing a great brand of basketball. #1 record right now in the NBA.
And I think for the Pistons, they've had a dream season. And I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season, from afterthought to title contenders.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Curry in a two-guard. Andre Drummond is out there with Bargnani. Then there's Harris. And it's Jackson in at the 5. Now here's Jackson. An 11-point game for him in the win against Miami.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that.
Now the Bulls with it. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory. Just couldn't come through in crunch time.
Greg, I thought it was a solid effort from them all the way around. I mean, as you and I know, moral victories are kind of empty consolation prizes. A loss is a loss.
Outside Curry. Jackson against Rose. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The shot misses. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Butler kicks to Rose. Back to Butler. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Butler's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
They double team Curry. They need this. That's good. Curry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Pass to Jackson. Pulls up. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Jackson. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Outside Rose. Shot clock at 6. Butler goes in. The Bulls shooting their first foul shots of the night here. That one is off.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. For Detroit, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Jackson passes to Bargnani. Jackson dishes to Drummond. Here's Curry. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Rose kicks to Gasol. Rose goes in. That's good. Rose has got 5 now.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Bargnani sets the screen for Jackson. Drummond in the post. He's up against Gasol. Open shot by Harris. And Detroit again with the bucket. The Bulls have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Outside Rose. Butler passes to Gibson. Back to Butler. There's the 3. Detroit with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Here's Rose, following the basket by Freak. Butler goes in. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And it's 7 points for Jimmy Butler.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Picked by Bargnani. Stolen by Rose. An even 3-on-3 break. The 11-footer. Bargnani grabs the board. For Detroit, they've gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Jackson, the stupendous finish in traffic. Jackson's got his first bucket of the night.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot. And it's really paid off for them during the run.
And a good time here to go over our 2K leaderboard and see which point guards have had the hottest hand at the free throw line over the last 10 games. Freak number 1.
Well, he's the guy you want on the free throw line when it matters. I mean, he's a leader and as consistent as they get.
Well, automatic is the word that comes to mind when you're talking about his free throw shooting. There are a lot of terrific foul shooting point guards, and he's right at the top of the list.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Dunleavy. Now here's Jackson. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Morris kicks to Jackson. Shot clock at 5. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Pistons shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. They throw good. Drummond. Some changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Gibson. And Mirotic subbed in for Rose. Johnson, he's checked in for Detroit. Sessions comes in for Jackson. Here's Dellavedova. He's coming off a 16-point game against Houston. Sessions with it. Curry with it. Butler covering. Passes it to Curry. The Pistons working the ball around now. Drummond a screen. Dishes it to Sessions. Butler against Curry. A three-pointer off the mark. Bulls trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Noah against Curry. Noah up on top. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Mirotic's shot is off. And it's Detroit's ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. That's good from Sessions on the assist by Johnson. And the Pistons lead by 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively. That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Curry dishes to Morris. back to Curry. They double-team Curry. Johnson for three. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Dellavedova. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Butler goes in. Now the pass to Portis. 5 on the clock. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Mirotic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Drummond passes to Sessions. Inside. Morris with the bucket.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Patience. Patience.
Aaron Baines is checked in.
Freeze leading to long rebounds, which equals a transition point. Make the defense
1:58 left here in the opening quarter.
A good shot for a great shot. Let the game come to
Here's Dellavedova, who's covered by Sessions. And Mirotic has it in the corner. They set the pick. Launches a three. Good. Mirotic has got 6 points.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
Now here's Sessions. To the paint. From the left block. And Detroit again with the bucket. We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Sessions. Here's Butler. Curry with some nice D.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Morris with a screen on Mirotic. Baines. The shot's good. Sessions making the play. Sessions has got 3 assists in the game. Here's Dellavedova. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Pass to Portis. Mirotic, a screen on Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Step back shot. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Mirotic against Curry. From the arc. And he gets the bucket. Curry's got 12 in the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And Mirotic kicks to Dellavedova. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And that concludes the first quarter of... And emerging as a superstar, tremendous growth from Freak. We caught up with ace defender Jimmy Butler about the challenge of trying to contain him. But naturally, for a player like Jimmy Butler, who loves defense, plays terrific defense, you know, it's always going to be his priority, Greg, and focus. But Freak is a tough assignment, no matter who the defender is.
He sure is. I mean, you know, like Butler said, the first step is to not be intimidated. And it sounds like they've got that part down, at least.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
A lot of times, the team that owns the paint is going to come away with the victory, and that's what they've done here thus far.
Yeah, why change the plan until they make you? And that's where they should continue to attack moving forward, going inside.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Curry, he's in at shooting guard. Tobias Harris is out there with Ilyasova. Then there's Reggie Jackson, and it's Baines in at the 5. Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Heat was simply terrific. He had 40 points and also had an incredible amount of assists, really setting his teammates up every minute on the court. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
And Chicago has possession after Tobias Harris getting his...
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Detroit with the ball. The Bulls getting the bucket. Baines dishes to Curry, and he gets it to go. Curry's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pistons.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Okay, fans, now coming out of the court are your level.
Teams live and die by the 3. Let's check out the best. The Pistons, number 1.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
The Pistons making a change here. Drummond's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Dellavedova, the pass to Gasol. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for. They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Rebound, Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Curry. And it's Dellavedova missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Curry kicks to Ilyasova. Here's Jackson, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Jackson's got 6.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
In the corner, it's Harris. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. And it's 8 points for Tobias Harris. Bulls trail by 19. Rose kicks to Gibson. Gibson the screen. Here's Dellavedova. And there's the feed to Rose. To the left side wing. To the inside. Gasol. And it's sent back by Drummond. And it's Harris off the drive. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
You know, he's putting on an outstanding offensive display, and he may just be getting warmed up here.
3-pointer, Dellavedova, and that one's good. Dellavedova's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Chicago.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second 3-pointer of the game.
Feeds to Harris. Back to Curry. The 3. Shot's good. Curry's got 12 now in this quarter.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Now here's Rose. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston.
And how about the extraordinary display of his passing in that game? He was making all the right decisions and had their offense humming.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Derrick Rose. Ilyasova dishes to Drummond, and there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Paul Gasol. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job.
So as we conclude the first... Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Just absolute domination in this one for Curry. He's got 24 points, and he's drained 4 3-pointers here as well.
And with more to come, you know, it wouldn't hurt to keep getting him the basketball.
Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Dunleavy in at the small forward. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. There's Rose with the 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's Jackson. Outside Curry. He feeds it to Drummond. Lays it up and banks it in. Drummond's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Pistons. Well, Chicago's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Rose kicks to Gasol. The kick outside to Butler. Kept alive. Gibson passes to Dunleavy. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, they're fortunate. Defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Drummond a screen. Here's Bargnani. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 5 here tonight. For Chicago, they've gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Rose dishes to Gibson. Rose against Jackson. Gasol a screen. Here's Rose. No good. And Detroit the other way now.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight they've missed. I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Jackson.
And what a game for Jackson. He has 8 points and 5 assists.
And he's really put together a nice combination of points at the free throw line, but also getting the assist.
Can you say fundamentals clinic, guys?
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Back to Drummond. Kicks to Bargnani. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Curry, no good. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
All right, a chance to check out the numbers for Rose. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team, averaging 15 points a game, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving, and of course, finds the open man.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work him over the rest of the game.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. The dish to Drummond, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Rose up on top, guarded by Jackson. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it, and Jackson gets it to go.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Bulls have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Rose kicks to Butler. He dishes it to Gibson. Rose goes in. Another one falls for Chicago.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Jackson passes to Harris. Now Curry. 24 points for him. Drummond a screen. Curry kicks to Jackson. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists in the game.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Outside Rose. Rose double teamed. And Gibson, here we go. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Detroit.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Bulls making a switch here. Dellavedova's checked in, and a switcher also for Detroit. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Bargnani. Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Jackson. That drops. And that's now 6 points for Pau Gasol.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Harris kicks to Curry. Pass to Ilyasova. Back to Jackson. Gasol with the rebound. Bulls have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Gibson with the screen on Curry. Dellavedova dishes to Dunley. From 17 feet out, Gasol no good.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Outside Curry. Here's Jackson. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And this group gives us a second look at the shooting guards leading their position in steals over the last 10 games. Number 1, Jimmy Butler.
You know, he's often forced to guard the opposition's top player on the perimeter, and still he's made his way all the way up the steals list.
I tell you what, I think he relishes those difficult assignments. I mean, he's such an intense competitor. Defense is what drives him.
Joakim Noah, he's checked in for the Bulls. 3-pointer, Dellavedova. Rebound by the Pistons. Drummond's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Dunleavy the pass to Dellavedova. Noah with a screen on Jackson. Dellavedova kicks it to Noah. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the line for him here. That free throw missing. Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. And then for Detroit, Morris comes in for Harris. And Sessions subbed in for Reggie Jackson. The Pistons have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Curry gets the bucket.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Dellavedova. He's covered by Sessions. Noah the screen. Dellavedova dishes to Butler. And again, no good by Chicago.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it. And that's critical. You can shoot a few lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim.
Just 4 to shoot. And Sessions kicks to Curry. And a miss there on the triple.
And so much for repeating the 3-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Chicago's gotten off to a very slow start from 3-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Noah the screen. Down low. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Noah's got his second basket of the night.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Outside Curry. The tray. That's good. Curry's got 7 points for the quarter.
And that's another three. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
They set the pick. Noah, the pass to Butler. Good, and a nice assist from Noah. And that's 13 points for Jimmy Butler. Detroit's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Outside Curry. In the corner, it's Morris. Back to Curry. Rebound by Dellavedova.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him. Take a look at what Butler's done. 13 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
And Clark, he's been terrific in terms of his positioning and boxing out very well also, just battling hard on every possession.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Detroit. Johnson comes in for Ilyasova. Sessions dishes to Curry. Can't capitalize on the good screen. The Bulls have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Passes it to Noah. Butler against Johnson. Dishes it to Mirotic. And again, no good by Chicago.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
1:25 left in the third. For three. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got his third rebound tonight.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Curry kicks to Morris. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, the numbers since the All-Star break, here's how Chicago ranks league-wide. 4th in rebounding, 4th in blocks. And they're in the top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And let's take a look back at those rebounding stats, because that is, to me, really impressive, that ranking. They've certainly got the strength and maybe, more importantly, the disposition to win that battle on the boards.
Rose, he's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. Butler against Curry. Noah with a screen for Butler. 13 feet away. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not-so-unlucky 13 shots.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight.
Baines passes to Curry. To the paint. Shots good by Baines. Baines has got 6 points.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Sessions against Rose. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Detroit's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Curry dishes to Morris. Curry kicks to Sessions. On the wing, Johnson. Beyond the arc. No good. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. A different look here for Detroit. Bargnani comes in for Aaron Baines, and Curry subbed in for Jackson. On the floor for Detroit, Curry, he's in at the point. Ilyasova out there with Johnson. Then there's Reggie Bullock, and it's Bargnani in at the center, locking down the middle. Bullock kicks to Curry. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Butler passes to Dellavedova. Lets it go from deep. Can't get it to go. And it's Detroit the other way. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. Good. 9 points now in the game for Stanley Johnson.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Got that one up quick. And that's 12 points for Pau Gasol.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
The basket drops and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. And that sends Freak to the free throw line. Taj Gibson picks one up. The Bulls making a switch here. Portis is checked in. And a switch here also for Detroit. Harris is checked in. Gasol, a screen on Curry. Dellavedova from outside. It's hauled in by Harris.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
No problems knocking that one down.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Gasol kicks to Butler. Bulls moving the ball around, and Mirotic throws it down.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
Curry dishes to Harris. Outside Curry. He kicks to Bullock. The pass to Bargnani. On the wing, Harris. Lets the three fly, and he gets it to go. Harris has got 6 points in the quarter.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Curry kicks to Ilyasova. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
Mirotic has a wide-open look. No good off the back of the rim.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Bullock kicks to Ilyasova. Bullock passes to Curry. And there's the feed to Bullock. There's the dish to Curry. From deep. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Butler with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Here's Dellavedova. Back to Butler. Stolen by Bargnani. And it's Harris off the drive. From the baseline. Can't get it to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. Gasol screen. Dellavedova kicks to Mirotic. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Mirotic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Pass to Harris. Feeds it to Bullock. Left side Curry. Kicks to Ilyasova. Just 5 on the clock. Harris dishes to Curry. Offensive rebound. Bulls have gone through the 4th quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Detroit.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And you can hardly say this win surprised anyone with the season these guys have put together. Win after win all year long. What a record-breaking year this team has put together. A season for the record books.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated. 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
Well, they're going to finish, like you said, 4-0 against them, and You're right. Very impressive.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Curry. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He feeds it to Bullock. And here is Curry. From outside the arc. Good. Curry's got 37.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
Play. Hey.
Well, the outcome of this one never really in doubt tonight. Would you say that this is one of the better performances by this team this year?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Detroit Pistons going up against the Houston Rockets. Taking a look at the Rockets, they've gone 4-1 over the last 5, playing pretty well, and they're looking to build on that tonight. On the topic of the playoffs and the length of them, they call it the second season, Shaq. What do you look for in a playoff team as an indicator of their ability to succeed?
Well, we all live by this old montage, old adage, whatever it is. Defense wins championships. Defense is big. What I like about the playoffs, Ernie, physicality. You can't hesitate to give a foul, prevent easy buckets, a.k.a. you got to touch them up.
Got to touch them up, but experience, to me, is probably the biggest.
It's the land of mission control, Houston, Texas, where the Rockets are ready to engage in an interconference showdown. And it's back to Detroit for the Pistons at the conclusion of today's game. Well, they are on top of their game right now, and guys, on top of the league, the best record in both conferences.
And checking out Detroit, they've had a dream season, and I think they're only going to get stronger as we approach the postseason.
It really is amazing how far they've come in the course of one season, from afterthought to title contenders.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Curry in a two-guard. Andre Drummond is out there with Bargnani. Then there's Jackson, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. Now here's Chalmers. Ariza outside. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Howard, and there's the call on Andre Drummond.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
And the whistle blows is going to be on Andrea Bargnani. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
2 shots. Both free throws good from Trevor Ariza. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against Cleveland.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
And the wide open shot from Chalmers. Off target with his 3. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. In the corner, it's Harris. Drummond a screen off the pick. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
Detroit shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
Now here's Harden. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland. Beasley the screen. Ariza kicks to Chalmers. No good with the triple. On defense, Houston. It's a 3-point game. Their last meeting was in Detroit, where they were unable to fight off the Pistons.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
And I really think, Greg, they've got to find a way to produce easier baskets. I mean, whether they do it by running in transition or getting to the free throw line, they don't want a repeat of that past performance.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Curry with it. He's picked up by Ariza. On the wing, Harris. Curry against Ariza. It's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Chalmers dishes to Harden. Pass to Ariza. Back to Harden. Ariza has the open look. That doesn't go either for Ariza.
Boy, after the first 3 misses, I thought they'd get one here, but they still can't connect.
Picked by Bargnani. Jackson kicks to Curry. On the wing, Harris. Outside for Curry. He dishes it to Drummond. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Bulls.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Now, here's Chalmers. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Howard, and Jackson with the block. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Harris outside. Down low, and Bargnani throws it down.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
And with this quick break, we can show you the list of the most explosive shooting guards in the NBA so far. James Harden is second.
And this is the cream of the crop at the two-guard spot. I mean, strictly in terms of their scoring ability and the ease with which they can overwhelm would-be defenders.
And that's exactly what they do, overwhelm you. This is an aggressive attacking group. Each one of these guys is a one-man wrecking crew offensively.
Stolen by Bargnani. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. That's good. Harris has got 5 points so far.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now, here's Chalmers. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Here's Curry. James Harden picking up that last basket. Bargnani inside the three-point line. Here's Drummond. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Now here's Harden. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. And the basket by Chalmers.
You know, getting that first make is key after 4 misses to start, guys. I mean, hopefully he can build on that.
Jackson kicks to Curry. And the pass to Drummond. Good. Drummond's got 6.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start exactly what they were hoping for.
Now here's Harden. He kicks it to Ariza. Beasley sets a screen for Ariza. Launches a 3. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got his 3rd rebound on the night. No one near Curry as he lets it go. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight. Jackson against Chalmers. Beasley with a screen on Drummond. They get the rebound. Back to Harden. Another shot. Rebound, Detroit.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Picked by Bargnani. The drive by Jackson outside Curry. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for Detroit.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And the basket by Harden.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And he gets it to go.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Rockets trail by 16. Let's catch up with headline.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running through Curry. On the days when he gets going, he can be a huge contributor, and Coach is obviously hoping this is going to be one of those days. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. So he gets them both. Here's Sessions. Johnson outside. He feeds it to Drummond. Johnson the screen. Off the pick. And Detroit again with the bucket.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Beverly with the ball. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And how about the block shots, guys? I mean, just overpowering on the defensive side. Really, he was the intimidator.
Detroit with the ball after the Rockets pick up 3. And here is Curry. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Bulls in Chicago. And Sessions kicks to Curry. 4 on the clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot here. Morris with the bucket.
They're allowing a sky-high field goal percentage. That won't get it.
Not at all, Clark. You rarely see a team surrender points this easily. They have got to do better.
Now here's Moore. Looking for his first basket still in this one. It's Drummond with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Johnson, the pass to Drummond. And that one's good. Drummond's got 8 points.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Beverly dishes to Moore. Here's Capella, defended by Drummond. Houston moving it around. Here's Booker. And it's Houston with another.
Looked like he was trying to go for a degree of difficulty points on that shot.
Pistons leading by 15. Now here's Sessions. It's Curry outside. Off the mark, only his second miss in 7 attempts. They set the pick. There's 38 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Beverly kicks to Moore. Again, the Rockets score. There's 31 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here is Sessions. Drummond a screen. Sessions passes to Drummond. And he gets the bucket. Drummond's got 10 points.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Beverly against Sessions. On the wing, Brewer. Back to Beverly. 1 second left, and that's not going to go. Domination in the first quarter. It's been.
Okay, fans, put your hands together.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast. Looking a whole new 5 on the floor. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Andre Drummond's checked in for Aaron Baines. Ilyasova comes in for Morris. Curry's checked in for Johnson. And it's Jackson in for Sessions. Corey Brewer is out there with Beasley. Then there's Etuan Moore. Then there's Howard. And it's Chalmers in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
The defense was scrambling to get back. And when they didn't close out on him, he simply said, "I'll take that." Splash.
All right, Houston, coming to the corner, your own Rockets power dancer. Give it up.
And we can talk all we want about their passing. But from three-point range, these point guards have been filling it up for the past month. Freak is second.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
No doubt about it. And being as accurate from three-point land as these guys are makes them that much more valuable as point guards. Opposing defenses have to worry about their passing and their shooting.
Curry against Moore. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Looking at the Pistons, Kevin, let's see how they performed over the last month in the NBA league rankings. First in scoring, first in assists, and they're also #1 in shooting percentage. This is a team that prides itself on taking high-quality shots.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Beasley the screen. 5 on the clock. From deep. No good from Moore.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Chalmers dishes to Moore. Now Howell. A 20-point game for him in the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
The 3 from Chalmers. Can't get it to go. And Detroit the other way now.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Curry with it. 20 points for him. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 22 points for Freak.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
A minute 42 left now here in the second. And it's on its way from Chalmers for 2. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick.
Well, that shot was made possible by the work Dwight Howard did.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
This last month, he's been positively spectacular. He's right around 9 points a night, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy. All elements working together. The game is coming easy to him right now.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak, in the last matchup against the Bulls, boy, was he tremendous. He had 37 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report, and what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
Beasley kicks to Howard.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
He shot 3 of 6 from the foul line.
And his performance at the stripe hasn't been what I'd call outstanding in this game so far.
Well, perhaps he can settle into a better rhythm as we get a little bit deeper into this ball game. He's had trouble putting up the same numbers from the foul line that he put up last season.
Jackson passes to Curry. On the wing, Harris. Curry dishes to Harris. It's deflected. They recover it. Goes back up. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. they've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
On the wing, Brewer, corner shot. He squares up and sinks it. Brewer's got 5 points so far. Pistons leading by 21. Jackson kicks to Curry. We've got 28 seconds left in the second quarter. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Mario Chalmers picks one up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Detroit shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And so Jackson nails both of them.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Beasley the screen. Howard kicks to Moore. The dish now to Chalmers. On its way from Beasley for two. No good on the buzzer beater. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
What a game we've seen here for Curry. 22 points, and those 4 3-pointers he's hit have helped him too.
No doubt, Clark. They'd be in a much different position this game if he wasn't knocking down those triples.
Checking out the group for Stan Van Gundy to start the second half. Curry in at shooting guard. Bargnani is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Harris. And it's Jackson in at the point.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
And that one's good. Drummond.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
And it's Beasley. That time in the assist by Harden. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one. Pistons leading by 21. Pass to Harris. Harden against Curry. Stolen by Harden. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Curry at
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim record.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Picked by Bargnani. Curry's shot is off.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
And Chalmers kicks to Harden. No good on the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
On the wing, Jackson. He's looking for Drummond and finds him to the middle. They double-team Curry. Back to Drummond. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 4th assist in this one.
Rockets call timeout.
While we have a chance here, the NBA's assist leaders for the second half of the season. Freak number 1.
Wow, he's taken his passing to a whole new level. His court awareness has really improved as we've gotten deeper into the season.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and it's Trevor Booker in for Michael Beasley. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Rockets have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And he can't get the first one. A different look here for Detroit. Johnson comes in for Bargnani. And Sessions subbed in for Jackson. He doesn't get the second one.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And the basket by Curry.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
There's a good screen. Beverly the pass to Booker. From downtown. Rebound, Detroit. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Curry against Harden. Kicks it to Sessions. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Beverly. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. It's Harden with the drive. Jacks up a three, and that one's good. Beverly's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
There's a screen. To the inside, Capella. Morris with the rebound.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Curry kicks to Sessions. Morris a screen. Johnson a wide open look. The shot's good. Sessions making the play. Sessions has got 5 assists tonight. Curry against Harden. Harden draws the double. Here's Beverly. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. All going up court. Can't hit. Houston's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. There's the feed to Harden. They set the pick. Fires for 3. They grab their own miss, and the shot is good. Capella's got his first points of the night.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Dishes it to Curry. Feeds it to Johnson. Curry against Harden. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Booker. And here's Beverly. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. Leaves the dishes to Harden. Good on the triple. Harden's got 8 here in the quarter.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
He's been on a tremendous role since the All-Star break, averaging 21 points per game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And impressive numbers, no doubt. It's the kind of run we've come to expect from him.
Synergy. All elements working together. The game is coming easy to him right now.
The Rockets making a switch here. Brewers checked in.
Assisted by Freak.
Rockets trailed by 19. Now here's Beverly. Here's the screen. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Second shot opportunity. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 6.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Sessions passes to Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Sessions. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. For Houston, they've gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Here's Beverly. Harden sets the pick for Beverly. Harden with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Down low. It's tipped. It's stolen by Morris. Now Detroit moving it up. Sessions leading the charge. Good chance here for Johnson. Nails the wide open jump shot. Johnson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you can see the difference with their ability to win with their speed, guys.
Boy, I love the pace and flow that their open court offense has been played with. I mean, it's been humming quietly, but very efficient.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Curry kicks to Baines. Shot clock at 6. They double team Curry. Ramon Sessions on the assist by Curry. Sessions has got 12.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And Beverly kicks to Booker. And it's off from three-point range.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now.
It's Harden with the drive. They get it again. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half. Pistons leading by 22. Sessions dishes to Curry. Passes to Baines. Back to Curry. Johnson, the pass to Curry. Shoots. Rebounded by Capella. Capella has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harden with the screen on Sessions. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Sinks the triple. Harden's got 13 points now in the quarter.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
And Beverly kicks to Harden. Off target from three-point range. Detroit's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Steps back and shoots. Curry with some nice D. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Moore with the steal. They've got Trevor Ariza. Chalmers is out there with Etuan Moore. Then there's Beasley. And it's Howard in at the 5 down low. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. There's a good screen. Chalmers with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Moore with the bucket.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And the basket by Harris.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Here's Howard, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Man, he slams it home and gets a little camera time on the backside of it.
He spent a while up there on the rim.
And I like the fact that the ref's going to give him a little bit of leeway there and a lot more than they used to.
And Moore kicks to Beasley. Pass to Chalmers. Screen by Howard. A step back shot here. Good D by Drummond.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those playing.
Curry dishes to Jackson. Drummond a screen. Jackson passes to Drummond. And he gets it to go. And the Pistons lead by 20.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
No good from Moore. Pistons leading by 20. Curry kicks to Harris. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's 15 points for Tobias Harris.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, they ought to continue to pound them down low.
Here's Chalmers. That one off the back iron and out. The Pistons have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Drummond a screen inside. Moore with the steal. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Freak.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Curry's got 30.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Beasley with a screen on Jackson. Now Chalmers. Beasley the screen. 6 to shoot. Tries from 16, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Ariza with it, picked up by Harris. Moore against Jackson. Teardrop shot. Moore with the bucket. Moore's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
All right, coming on the court, your own power dancers. Give it up.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Curry attacking. Here's Drummond. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's 18 points for Andre Drummond.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Beasley sets a screen for Chalmers. Beasley outside. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, G.A.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
Outside Curry. He dishes it to Jackson. Curry with it. Fires the 3, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 11 in the second half.
This guy is simply having a great game from outside.
And here is Chalmers. Beasley with a clean look, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Howard setting the pick for Chalmers. The open shot by Ariza. The shot no good. And the Pistons now going the other way.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Curry dishes to Drummond. Outside for Jackson. And Harris wide open. He shoots. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Chalmers against Jackson. Beasley, the pass to Howard. Good D by Drummond.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Beasley right side. From the wing. Rebounded by the Pistons. Drummond's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Ariza against Curry.
Move the ball. Stick it to
Harris outside. Curry against Ariza. From past the arc. Curry's shot is off. For Houston, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. And here they go. And the basket by Chalmers.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of
my
UNLV.
goodness.
No doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to.
patience. Patience. Taking early threes, the long rebounds.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
James Harden, he's checked in for more. Morris is checked in for Detroit.
Let the game come to you. We're forcing the issue too much.
Howard with a screen on Jackson. And Chalmers kicks to Ariza. And there's the pass to Beasley. Another miss by Houston. Detroit's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. The shot from 20 feet away. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Morris. 37 points for Freak.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Chalmers dishes to Harden. Screen by Howard.
2 minutes remaining.
Ariza kicks to Chalmers. Beasley sets a screen for Chalmers. Shoots. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Now the dish to Curry. To the wing right side. Bargnani passes to Curry. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Harrell, he's checked in for Howard. Booker comes in for Michael Beasley. Corey Brewer's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Mario Chalmers.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pistons.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And it's pretty incredible when you look at the body of work this year, guys. I mean, when they hit 70 wins, we were astounded. And then now, the wins continuing to pile up in what's been truly a remarkable and special season.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-gamer.
I tell you what, Greg, no matter how brief it is, anytime you can get a season series sweep, you're happy.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Curry. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. He kicks to Ilyasova. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Pass to Curry. Here's the 3, and he gets it to go. Curry's got 44.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Who win, Freak? We'll get y'all next time.
I don't know, man. Think you better get used to this feeling.
Freak, getting that confidence level up. I like it.
That's always been there. You know that.
True that. Yo, hit me up later. Got a few things we should talk about.
Okay, cool. I will.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
You know, Freak was a 4.0 honor student growing up. And tonight, that high IQ is one of the things we saw on display with that sensational performance. Combine his smarts with the fact that he lives and breathes basketball, there's no doubt that he's one of the most intelligent players we have in this league.
To me, it was his three-point shot that made the biggest difference for them. He was killing them from long range. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast.